I can't solve this problem. Why did I become a software engineer? Was it because of the money, the free food, that day in a life video that I saw? Oh well, at least I'm getting paid. Sometimes I feel like I hate my job, and sometimes I feel like I like my job. The tech industry has just been over-glamorized to the point where people think that the job is just about eating free food, taking naps, and basically just doing no work at all. What's up YouTube, Vincent here. For today's video, I just want to talk about this trend where everyone's just talking about the positive sides of working in tech. I don't blame people for making these videos because that's just what the algorithm pushes. I know I'm pretty guilty for this as well because I've made a few TikToks that basically just shows the positive side of tech. So today, I just want to share with you the negative, harsh reality of being a software engineer. The first issue that I want to talk about is money. Yes, software engineers get paid very well, but because of social media and survivorship bias, we generally see content where people like to flex huge salaries. Now this creates a false reality where everyone thinks that they will get 200K plus right out of school.
You get 200K.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that it's impossible to get these salaries, but I want to make the point that not everyone makes 200K plus right out of college. And that's totally fine. I myself did not start at 200K, but I did end up working my way towards it. One good thing about pay transparency is that it helps people with salary negotiations. And for me specifically, it has helped me set my goals higher. So that's how I work towards the 200K salary. But now I have a new problem. I have to find someone with a higher salary to compare to now. And this becomes an endless cycle of chasing after the bag, aka the rat race. This was very bad for my own mental health because now my main purpose in life is just so focused on money that I forget how to live. Like I would just put in extra hours just to ship more code to the point where my life just became work. I later solved this problem by realizing that there's more things to life than work. For example, I started this new hobby of creating content and helping people break into tech. I don't make any money from this, but it brings a lot of joy into my life. Anyways, the next topic that I want to talk about is how difficult it is to find a job. Not only do you need to apply, but you also need to put in the time to study. After a long day of work, I'm so tired, but I need to grind LeetCode questions in order to prepare myself for the interviews. In most cases, the interviews are just pop quizzes that may or may not have anything to do with the job. It totally sucks, but it is what it is. On a high note, there are companies that conduct interviews that reflect what you do on a day-to-day. If you're interested, check this link out for a list of companies that don't ask LeetCode type questions. Another thing I hate about interviews is that there are multiple rounds. So you probably have to spend an entire workday to do an on-site interview. And companies don't even compensate you for this, other than maybe a hotel and food. Then later on, you'd find out that you didn't pass the interview. So it's important to have thick skin to be able to take a lot of rejections. I've personally been through over hundreds of rejections, and getting a rejection still hurts, especially when it's a company that you expected to pass with flying colors. Anyways, the last point I want to make is that coding is hard and technology moves so quick. In 6 months, there will be a new framework or some new cutting edge technology. If you don't keep up, you'll fall behind. I've seen this happen a lot, especially people who transition from an engineer to a manager position. For example, I've had a manager who has almost 20 years of experience, and I knew he was outdated when he asked me to build a project in a LAMP stack, which is basically a stack from the 1990s. And I don't even want to talk about this. Anyways, back on topic. I just wanted to say that it's totally normal to have moments where you can't code. When this happens, that's when you should take a break. And that's why when you watch these day in a life videos, it appears that the person didn't do any work at all because they're probably filming during their break. Anyways, thanks for listening to my TED Talk. The goal of this video wasn't to discourage anyone from becoming a software engineer. Rather, I just wanted to shed some light on the topic that isn't talked about a lot because the algorithm doesn't push this type of content. I know that a lot of people are getting excited to learn to code, and that's awesome. Like any other job, there are definitely negatives to it as well. However, in tech, usually the pay and the perks will compensate for the negatives. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and also be able to engage with you guys. Have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.